Good morning, students. Let us today start with lecture 31 of IE and I. That is transducers. First of all, in transducer is a potentiometric transducer. A transducer used to measure displacement and position in its simplest form is called potentiometric transducer. As shown above, it is a passive transducer in which a single length of wire with a slider in contact with the wire is moved according to the system. The position is related to drop across the potentiometer. The position of the wiper determines the resistance and voltage across the potentiometer output, where VO is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2 into V in. Similarly, in rotary potentiometers, the rotation of wiper results in voltage output. In heliport, both rotary as well as linear motion results in change in the output voltage. So, this is a rotary potentiometer. This is a heliport where there is rotary as well as linear motion across the axis of the heliport. So, this is a simple passive transducer, a resistive transducer that is called potentiometric transducer, where wiper slides on the resistance wire and according to the position of the wiper, the output varies. This is called potentiometric transducer. It is used for measurement of position or displacement of the system. Now, second is strain gauge. Strain gauges are widely used transducers in the measurement of displacement and torque, etc. Displacement measurement by strain gauge is shown in the figure as this is the strain gauge resistance, RS. This is RB. The linear displacement can be measured by using strain gauges. The moving system is coupled to specimen to which the strain gauge RS is bounded. As the system moves, the specimen contracts or expands, and hence the wire of strain gauge contracts or expands, which leads to change in resistance. Current through the strain gauge is I is equal to V upon RB plus RS. So V out is equal to I into RS. RS, this is equal to RS upon RB plus RS into V, where RB is the blast resistance and RS is the strain gauge resistance. If the strain gauge resistance changes, the output voltage changes. So that is RS plus delta RS is proportional to V out plus delta V out. Now we can see the measurement of torque using strain gauge. Torsional strain resulting from a circular force on fixed shaft, and it has components in both vertical as well as horizontal direction. So this is a shaft where the strain gauge is fixed. Now above shown half bridge circuit which can be used to measure the torque by strain gauge in both tension and compression, where strain gauge in tension gives you Rg plus delta R and strain gauge in compression gives Rg minus delta R. Both are mounted on the job or beam, where V out upon V in is equal to Gf, that is the gauge factor, into epsilon upon 2, where Gf is the gauge factor and epsilon is the strain. Now next is thermistor. Thermistor is a type of resistor varying according to its temperature. It is a combination of thermal and resistor. The relationship between resistance and temperature is linear. Then delta R is equal to K delta T, where delta R is change in resistance, delta T is change in temperature. K is the first order temperature coefficient of resistance. Thermistors can be classified into two categories: PTC thermistor or positive temperature coefficient type of thermistor. Second is NTC thermistor or negative temperature coefficient type of thermistor. So PTC thermistor, if resistance increases with increase in temperature, then the device is called a PTC or positive temperature coefficient thermistor. Here we can see the resistance rises. Resistance is rising with rise in temperature. So it is a linear rise in temperature in resistance according to the temperature. So this is called PTC thermistor. Now this one is NTC thermistor. If K is negative, the resistance decreases with increase in temperature. The device is called NTC or negative temperature coefficient thermistor. Here the resistance is decreasing with increase in temperature, or resistance increases with decrease in temperature. So it is inversely proportional to the temperature. Therefore, it is called a negative temperature coefficient type of thermistor. Thermistors are used in measurement of temperature. So basically, they are used in measurement of temperature. Next is resistance hydrometer. Humidity measurement. Humidity is the measure of water content in dry air or other gases. It is measured as absolute humidity or relative humidity. Absolute humidity is the actual amount of water present in the air and is expressed in grams per kilogram. Relative humidity, it is the ratio of water vapor actually present in the air to the maximum amount of water that the air can hold at the same temperature. It is expressed in percentage. Now here we can see this is a bridge where we are using this RS is the sensor and R1, R2, R3 are the resistances. The working of resistance hydrometer is based on principle that with increase in humidity, the resistance of a substrate decreases. Dunmore sensor is used for measurement of humidity. It consists of bifiller wound inert grid on an insulated substrate coated with lithium chloride salt solution of given concentration. As the relative humidity of surroundings increase, lithium chloride absorbs more and more water and its resistance decreases correspondingly. The resistance acts as one arm of the bridge excited by an AC power, which gives changed output as a result of relative humidity. So this is the measurement of humidity by using resistance hydrometer. Thank you for attending my lecture. Keep sharing my lecture with your friends and subscribe my channel